There is a hidden giant when it comes to Dogecoin that the majority of people in the world don't even know about, and that hidden giant is Robinhood wallets. As we just had a massive new announcement coming in that wallets are starting to pick up speed at a pretty crazy level. Take a look at this interview coming in from Vlad Tiniv. He went onto a show on cable television. What show specifically? Well, who the heck cares? It's just awesome to see him out there going on shows. And here's what he said. We are very proud of our cryptocurrency platform and giving people more utility with the coins they have. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tiniv said during CNBC's Disruptor 50 Summit on Thursday. We rolled out our wallets, and that is going to be our wallets waitlist rather, and that is going to be one of the big things that allows people to have the ability to send and receive cryptocurrencies, transfer them to hardware wallets, transfer them onto the platform to consolidate, and the crypto wallets waitlist is now well over 1 million people, which is a huge update. We were wondering exactly how this was rolling along as we started to see more momentum coming in. To now be past that 1 million mark is huge. Think about that. 1 million people eagerly waiting to spend their Dogecoin, because this waitlist is almost exclusively Dogecoin holders. Yes, there are some people who are waiting for their Bitcoin Robinhood wallets. There are some people waiting for their Bitcoin and Ethereum Robinhood wallets, but the vast majority of people waiting for Robinhood wallets are in fact Dogecoin holders, and more than 60% of our community right here, Final Stand, is of course on Robinhood, primarily where they're holding their Dogecoin. So this is a huge update coming in from Vlad Tiniv that is going to definitely change a lot of things as we are looking at next month as the release date of these wallets. It is going to be like a massive wave, a massive tsunami of Dogecoin spending and utility that is then going to be followed by a bunch of companies starting to accept it one after one, because there is no other in the entire world. There is no other cryptocurrency that is as held as Dogecoin is on one specific platform. If you look at Ethereum, it's all over the place on all sorts of different platforms, on all sorts of different wallets and exchanges. If you look at Bitcoin, even more so. A lot of people have it on cold wallets, all sorts of types of wallets, on exchanges everywhere. You can look at all over the place and see that. So it's really hard for a company to go up to a specific exchange, like say Coinbase, and make a deal to accept Bitcoin and then access all of the Bitcoin user base. But with Robinhood, it is going to give companies the ability to access almost the entirety of a community in cryptocurrency, the first time anything like that has ever happened. So people are not understanding how big of a deal this is going to potentially be, and we see a ton of easy roads here for Dogecoin to truly take off from this alone. And that's not even including Dogecoin being put on the moon by Elon Musk. That's not even including Dogecoin being accepted by Tesla. That's not even including AMC, who's going to accept Dogecoin. Just specifically the Robinhood wallets alone, and also not including the Dogecoin update, which will make it even better and more viable as a currency. This is going to be one of the biggest moments for Dogecoin, and obviously a lot is riding on it, a lot of pressure, a lot of tension as well, but most of that is in the positive direction. As we see, he also said in the interview, you can have a wallet, you can send people cryptocurrencies from that wallet to their wallet. Tiniv said there's certain advantages that are in the technology that make it kind of a global and accessible by default, and that makes it very interesting. So he is continuing to tout how successful this is going to be, and it's exciting to watch. Let me read a couple of these comments here. Look at that. Someone said, bye. I do not know what that is. Oh, DogeX update, please. Yes, we are now minted out with DogeX, the metaverse. A ton of huge things are being worked on with that, so it's very exciting. This is just the very beginning for DogeX, as we have seen the price of Ethereum going up a lot, which makes it appear like the price of each DogeX is going down, but actually it's staying around that same level, and we are going to likely see the DogeX prices skyrocketing soon as Mars Doges are gaining a ton of attention as a more accessible way to invest in DogeX long term. If you do want one of the more rarer Doges, then you can also go even higher tier than that, get one of the 10 unique Doges, or even go to a more middle tier and get an asteroid Doge. So you can basically go anywhere you want along that, and you can participate by owning one. You're part of that, as we are also seeing some more pretty dang big updates when it comes to cryptocurrency. AMC CEO says the movie theater chain could now issue its own cryptocurrency as well, which is a huge development, because this would be the first major company that would have their own crypto. But I take this as just talk. Now, he said this kind of off his tongue in an interview, and I do not think they're actually really seriously considering making their own crypto, but let's just go ahead and have fun with it for a bit. If AMC did make a crypto, it would obviously be a pretty crazy opportunity, because we would see it go into the billions of market cap range in a single day, most likely. And it's going to be really hard to catch that wave, because it could even happen in a matter of hours. So if we do see this, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. I will, of course, cover it as quickly as I possibly can here. We're definitely big fans of AMC and what they've done in terms of embracing Dogecoin, and this will be fascinating to watch. Maybe you'll be upset if you see them doing that because you were hoping they would embrace Dogecoin even more. That's understandable. All of us may have that opinion to some degree, but at the same time, that doesn't mean we're going to pass up on an opportunity like that. So make sure the notifications are on. So when you do see a notification, AMC just came out with their own crypto, you can invest in it on this exchange or on this platform or in this way, then you will know and you'll be one of the first people to do it. So you can actually catch that billions of dollars wave that a lot of people are going to miss simply by not having access to that information. This is one of the most underrated stories of the last 24 hours if you are looking for some outside potential gains there. So that's exciting, and that's definitely something we're going to continue to watch, as we're also seeing in this article coming out, crypto miners struggle to cut carbon emissions. And we're going to see a lot of stuff like this, but the truth is that's not even close to what the full picture is, because right now approximately 76 to 80% of Bitcoin miners are using at least some sustainable energy sources, meaning wind energy or solar energy or something else along those lines. And of that 76 to 80% that are using it, a good portion of them are using it fully, and then a lot of them are only using some, and it averages out to approximately 40% of the Bitcoin mining, at least as far as we know, is under renewable energy. Obviously, China moving away from Bitcoin mining, having a big impact on that, and we also have not even seen a lot of the new stats yet. It takes about a month for these stats to come out, so we're looking a month in the past every time we cover these stats, but still, nonetheless, that's a big positive step in the right direction, as we are also seeing a much larger percentage of the Bitcoin mining that is now taking place in North America and Canada. In the United States, two major Bitcoin hubs that are growing for mining, and Dogecoin is going to see some of that similar stuff happen as its path continues to be carved out. So some fascinating stats there. And remember too, Elon Musk said Tesla will accept Bitcoin again. At what point? When it becomes more energy efficient, and I believe the stat that he mentioned is more than 50%. So at 40% now, that's a 10% gap, but it's going to also be hard to really truly gauge that. I don't think we should also either count out if people are using, say, oil that was going to be thrown away. That should still count as a sustainable source, because technically it would have been thrown out anyway. So as long as you're not coming in from new energy, then you should be fine. And really all of this debate is kind of silly on its face, because it does not even take into account that the cryptocurrency systems are still decades more efficient than the current banking systems. It's not even close. And so it's really just a little bit silly, and 40% is still a huge number. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of the energy going into mining that is from that. And whenever you see people citing, well, look how much energy Bitcoin uses, we'll immediately cut that by about half, because it's really mostly coming, at least 40% of it is coming from that. And that's something all of us should definitely be keeping in mind. By the way, Elon Musk, we now figured out the reason why he decided to take his home off the market, then put it back up. By the way, if you have not pressed like yet, what the heck are you doing? Go down there and drop a little like, and it will help the video get out to more people. Actually, take a second to do that. It doesn't matter if you're sitting down, you're lying down, wherever the heck you are. If you're on the you-know-what, you can take a second and drop that like, and it will, one like equals one new person coming into the video. And I did also see a YouTuber, his name is Jadion, who just posted a really interesting video about his favorite person, Lizzo. And if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely worth checking out. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because he had the video posted and was able to get 65,000 likes with 100,000 views, which is something I've never seen before. Truly fascinating stuff. So I gotta shout out my boy there, which is, I don't know, it sounds weird saying that. Shout out my boy. Well, what am I? Gen Z? Who am I? Did you see that Lazio fan token today? Initial offering for $1 on Binance and went up $3,000 or 3,000% quickly. Dang. No, I did not see about that. But there are definitely a lot of cryptos that are going huge gains. There's even one now called Baby Bitcoin, which just went up a ton. I'm looking at it a little closer. We'll see if it's a good opportunity. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Had approximately 1.7 million in volume over the last 24 hours. If you see a project with 1.7 million in volume, that means it's already pretty dang big. If you're looking for a really high upside cryptocurrency pick and you're going through Uniswap or anything like that, or if you're going through a BSC token, whatever you do, you want to try to find one that has approximately $500,000 or less in volume, because that's really the sweet spot where it still has a ton of potential, but also less risk. And you also want to make sure you understand who the team is behind it and that they're not going to rug pull, because there are still a lot of rug pulls, unfortunately, out there from the teams directly. But Elon Musk, the reason why he didn't end up selling it is because he tried to sell it himself, which is kind of tough to do when you're Elon Musk. Basically, the thing was, he said, all right, it's for sale. if you want it, contact me and you can buy it. Well, how exactly are you going to contact one of the most busy people in the entire world who's pretty hard to contact? You can't very easily. So that's why he didn't sell the first time. Now it's $5 million less. Perhaps the high price also had a part of it. But now, though, he has hired a real estate agent, which I think is a smart move to do. So he'll get his house sold. I have no doubt about it. Then Elon Musk's Boring Company has also gotten the green light for a Las Vegas tunnel system. There's absolutely a future that's not too long from now where we could see tunnels all across the entire United States and potentially in other parts of the world at a very large scale, which is exciting. Elon Musk working on all this stuff at the same time and also finding time to post memes. A little bit insane, really, when you think about it. Do you think Elon was talking about Dogecoin when he tweeted that picture, looking at the Bitcoin chart? Do you see 6.9 and 420? Is it a cryptic message? So that tweet, I think he was just having fun with the fact that Bitcoin was at around 69,000, and then we saw Ethereum at around 4200, which was just perfect timing. And so he had to post it. He probably saw someone else post that meme and then said, you know what, let me go ahead and commandeer that real quick. Elon Musk understands it's memes. You can, if you want to take someone's meme, there's no problem in doing that. It's the internet. I mean, maybe give him some credit if you want, but you don't even have to. It's your decision. Do you think Elon was talking about Dogecoin? That's a good question. I think definitely he could be. He definitely could be leaving hints about it. And of course, maybe you saw my tweet as well under that, where I put Dogecoin at $69,000, which of course, $69,000 in the next few days, easy. There's no question about that. And then we also had this article, which I just thought was pretty dang silly. Formula E's move to cryptocurrency sponsors is the antithesis of what the series is supposed to stand for. And you can see right here are the two Formula One cars. And this lady wrote this article basically going in on them for deciding to do a cryptocurrency sponsor. What did they do? Well, they just simply worked with Avalanche, who does some crypto transactions and blockchain stuff. So nothing too crazy, but because it has cryptocurrency associated with it, she is now arguing that they should not be anywhere near that. Not even close. Formula E, that's supposed to be a green racing thing. Well, keep in mind, still racing. Like, you're building cars. It takes energy to do that. You have to transport the cars. You have to move the cars. You're still racing. But yet she has a big problem with it, just because they're using and sponsoring, being sponsored by cryptocurrency. Of course, we're going to see more and more articles like that. By the way, this is her, Elizabeth Blackstock. She's not a big fan of crypto. Why? Because she thinks it's terrible for the environment, even though she's done absolutely no research on it clearly. And with articles like that, we do know that we're going to have a little bit of a tough path in place if we do want cryptocurrency to become mainstream, but it still will nonetheless. I mean, at the end of the day, good technology is going to win, and that is exactly what it is. As crypto FTX, the exchange FTX, has now raised $420 million from 69 investors. You got to give them a shout out for that. Pretty dang impressive numbers coming in there from FTX. I don't know. They obviously did it on purpose. They're trying to get some more publicity, and they got it. Dogex to the moon as well, coming in from Kyle. I have my entire Dogex collection at the ready. I've given 3 Dogexes to people, but I still am holding on to my Dogexes, especially the rare ones that I have, hoping for that big spike, because we're going to try to do everything we can to make it happen. When it comes to talking on social media, when it comes to the metaverse, we want to make this one of the most exclusive and fun clubs to be a part of, just simply by owning a Dogex, which will create demand and also be good for Dogecoin, because now Dogecoin gets more representation in the NFT space. It doesn't have any major representation yet. We want to change that, and we want to change it in a big way where we're actually improving the space by making some cool things to go along with it. But yeah, Dogex to the moon! When do you think Robinhood will get their wallets? Do you think Elon will accept Dogecoin at the same time as that happens? So yes, Elon Musk is going to accept Dogecoin. I just posted the poll on my Twitter, the picture of the poll that he made not that long ago, where he asked, should Tesla accept Dogecoin? Do you want them to? And 78% of people said yes. 22% of people said no. So there's a big disconnect right now between what we're seeing with companies and what we're seeing with the energy. Still, no major companies have fully accepted Dogecoin. AMC has accepted it for gift cards. They're planning on accepting it for more broadly stuff, but they have not done it for, they're planning on accepting it more broadly, but they have not done it yet. But this poll that I posted a picture of already has 2,500 likes, 597 retweets just in the last, 10 hours, so already going pretty dang viral here on Twitter. The energy is still very much alive. It's not even close to the end of what we're going to see for it. So make sure to continue to be optimistic. It doesn't matter what anyone says. People will tell you, Dogecoin's the worst crypto right now. Dogecoin has no future. Dogecoin has no use case. It's not the best cryptocurrency. It's not this. It's not that. Look at all these other cryptos. Look at this crypto. Look at that crypto. Look at the copycat. Look at this. They'll say all of that stuff to try to discourage you. But the truth is, Dogecoin is staying pretty steady right now for a reason. People don't want to sell it. People want to continue to hold hold it. But what it will take for the next big wave is a bunch of new publicity and a bunch of new specific use cases that will then lead to more new investors wanting to come in. That's what's going to happen when Tesla accepts it, especially. That will cause a huge boost for Dogecoin. So do not have any fear long term. We will see some big things happening for that. Cryptocurrency continues to trend toward mainstream as global celebrities get on board. Very true indeed. Matt, you already know, Dogecoin to the moon. I love it. Coming in from Tola Nietzsche. Interesting name there. And oh yeah, there's no easily. The weekly chart is definitely looking bullish. There's no question about that. We're basically seeing higher lows and also higher highs as we see Dogecoin trending upwards. It went up to around 35 cents in August there and then has come back down a little bit. Now we're expecting that next big run to be the big kahuna. The next time it starts to break out, that's going to be when we put in our seatbelts and have the major ride we've been waiting for a while here start to commence. So that's exciting to think about, as we're also seeing this. Take a look at this beauty here. This is the Starship launching platform, or the big tower where Starship is going to be launched, and that will carry Dogecoin to the moon. And it will probably even be launched from this specific tower. But you can see these right here are the arms that are going to catch the rocket as it falls back down to Earth. Yeah, Elon Musk made a giant tower with arms to catch a rocket that can land itself, that's made of metal and is capable of going to Mars, which sounds like something that if you were told even just 10 years ago, you would probably laugh at the person who told you that. You'd say, oh, come on, nice. Yeah, well, maybe in a movie or something, but no, it's actually happening. We got another comment coming in from John Riley. You're truly inspirational, Matt. I hold 1 million Dogecoin. The future is bright. I love it. Coming in from John. Thank you so much. It's awesome to hear positive, nice things like that. And you do have a nice bag there of Dogecoin, a big bag. And hopefully, if you do drop your bag, Mexzilla will catch it and then bring it right back to you, because this thing can catch anything. If you throw a baseball anywhere in the world, there's at least a 50% chance that this thing is going to catch it, just simply because of how big it is. And look how tall that thing is. So that right there is the largest rocket ever created. I think, well, I guess it's missing its top piece, but when it's fully constructed, it's the largest rocket ever created. And you look at that in comparison to this massive tower, it pales. Even that crane is some impressive, beautiful work there. I mean, think about that. Designing a crane like that alone would take an insane amount of engineering, an insane amount of materials and design. And then to do that and also have all of the other stuff, it's incredible stuff. And they also made this in a single night. I'm awestruck at how they're capable of putting these things together. There's a reason why SpaceX is so far ahead of all of the competition, because they can do things like this. Thanks, Matt, coming in from Sheila. My question, I appreciate that. Some nice words coming in. Elon Musk is our modern day Henry Ford. Elon Musk. Yeah, I can see that. The Tesla connection there, definitely I can see that. There's no doubt about it. We're also seeing approximately 45% of the global Bitcoin mining has been in the United States. This is a stat I want to make sure I go back and cover, because 45% is a huge number, and I'm gonna have to double check that stat because it was significantly lower in previous months. But with the rising dominance of mining in the United States and in Canada, we are going to see more stability here, because we also are seeing the United States being more friendly when it comes to the laws and regulations approving ETFs. So with this friendly view of the most influential country in the world, the United States, that has played a huge role in pretty much every single major technological development that has been brought to the world, from phones to internet to pretty much everything has come through the United States. That is one of the biggest things we can possibly see for the future of cryptocurrency, as we have seen some interesting numbers when it comes to the rankings. Dogecoin still, unfortunately, has not realized its full potential yet. At least, unfortunately, if you've been holding. But if you have not invested yet, it's a pretty dang good time to look at it. Barnyard as well, coming in with a big chat there. Appreciate that, Barnyard. But let me go ahead and pull this up here. Crypto rankings. And you can see what the crypto market has been doing. There's actually been a pullback today where Bitcoin has fallen back some, and Dogecoin has fallen to a lesser extent, but it has gone down a little bit today as well, falling approximately 3%, with Binance Coin down 4%, Cardano down 2%. The only one that's really seen some gains today is Solana, and we've been continuing to say some positive things about Solana, because Solana could be the one that takes down Ethereum. So that's one we're going to continue to look at. But oh yeah, so some people are saying different ones. What do you mean, Justin? Sure, if you want. What are the Three Gorges Dam in China gets destroyed? It's a massive amount of crypto's productions as well. Oh, yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. I think it's going to be a positive thing. It may cause some negative impact on cryptocurrency at first, but as we start to see that go even more so to the United States, it will have a long positive impact. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Salute Doge Nation coming in from Robert Hicks. Matt, if BTC is an index for Doge, why hasn't Doge risen? And so that's a good question. So we have seen Dogecoin not going up to the same degree that Bitcoin has gone up during this recent run. And it really comes down to one thing, and that is you can't spin Dogecoin as easily as you can spin Bitcoin. So therefore, a lot of these big stories we're seeing about Bitcoin can happen for it, but can't happen for other cryptocurrencies as much. And so that's why we've really seen Bitcoin kind of rising above a lot of these other cryptos towards the top here. Polkadot as well has seen a very similar thing as Dogecoin, where a lot of its future use cases haven't happened yet. And so with that, we do have to actually be a little bit patient here and wait, because Dogecoin will catch up. All of these gains we're seeing with Bitcoin, Dogecoin's going to see them too. We know that. The question is just, when is it going to happen? And the answer is most likely within a short period of time after we do see the wallets released. They're actually coming out at the perfect time, because we do know that November, December, January, and February can be a huge period for crypto. And they have been for Dogecoin in the past. So that's why we're looking at that with such optimistic eyes. Doge going to 25 cents tonight, confirmed from Nikos Nico. Yeah, it's not far away. It's not far away from that. Well, what is it at right now? I think it's at 20. Yeah, 24.5. So yeah, that'll be easy to hit. That won't even be difficult. But anyway, I'll have one more chat here. What's up, Matt? One more Dogex golden ticket wallet coin left. Oh, nice. Coming in from Josh Combs. Yes, Josh Combs working on a big project with him. If you want to check out wallet coin, there are still wallet coins available. It's pretty dang cool what he's working on there. So check it out. Anyway, I'm Matt Moss. This is Final Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.